Welcome back. I just had to record this because another shitstorm hit on BSDMS apparently. Look at this. This is just beautiful. What real feminists look like. According to Bernie Sanders, apparently this is, I don't remember her name, I looked it up, someone mentioned it. But yeah, long story short, he compares a real feminist with Anita Sarkeesian, so this is pretty awesome. Lame sauce, this meme is, dang, keep it up, it's good. Lesson learned, trying to convince a modern feminist they are wrong is like trying to convince conservatives that trickle-down economy doesn't work. This is ignorant as fuck though, I'm a Bernie lover through and through and there is no face to feminism. Oh boo-hoo. It's not about the literal face of feminism. It's just about giving an example of what kind of feminists they... Okay. Super undang. Versions of Judge Judy, I guess. Guilty, this is how Judge Judy's show is rigged. Dank as fuck. That's the most dank. So at least we got some people here who understand what this is about. Who is the girl on the right? And we have the other extreme. A link to Anita Sarkeesian's video. But yeah, I'm just recording this just in case it gets deleted again, because it seems to happen a lot. The other meme I recorded last video has been deleted and reposted a few times since then, so they're continuing putting pressure on this, so I find that very interesting to see. There seems to be kind of a upheaval within the ranks of the Bernie Sanders dank meme stash community. Let's see. Kek, such triggering. Well, at least we agree that Malala is awesome. So that was her name, Malala something. Let's check it out again. Malala Yousafzai. Pakistani activist, okay. So, you know, I think it's fairly, how do you say, nuanced. It's a good meme. It's nice and controversial. We got these triggered. I like that. I should download that one. Actually, okay. For a moment there, I thought the window was gonna change, but luckily that's not the case, because I'm not sure how long this meme is gonna stay online. I don't want to risk losing this information for now. I love Malala, but still. I don't know what MFW is. Greasy Gamergaters tried to lecture me about what real feminism is when they should be washing their hair instead. Okay. Oh boy, after the whole Bernie Bros deal, I was actually wondering how long it would take for Gamergate to turn up, considering the incredibly obvious parallels. Well, here it is. It's okay, just register your disagreement with shitty threads like this, as you have now, to make it clear that as a whole we strongly disagree with such bullshit. The hive mind is still yours and mine to regulate. This hive mind, see, they're even saying it. This hive mind, what bullshit. I have no strong opinions for or against GG. I think it was alright at the beginning, but they fell to the great feminists. They aren't media dogpile who really wanted it to be about gender and just let it happen, despite the thousands in charity, despite the not your shield stuff. Okay, a fairly nuanced position, I can respect that. You'll have people come on here, the BSDMS, which is currently under assault by the same media, really doesn't want this movement to succeed, so we'll call them bleep tactics and completely fall for it, like the person above me. That's what I'm afraid will happen to us, if we keep posting about these Bernie bros and treating it like a real thing until it becomes one. We need to get stricter about deleting and banning people who pull this astroturfing shit. I have no idea what she's talking about. How much of this made sense to you? Bullshit like the OP, it's decidedly undank. Too fucking dank. There you go. Gamergate is lame, MRA is lame, douchebag feminists that act like it is a crime to talk or initiate conversation are lame. Let's not be dicks, y'all. Can we try that? Oh, we can. I mean, Anita is a terrible feminist who should not be a role model to other feminists. She slept with journalists to get good reviews on her games, and when she was called out on it, she tried to make it a feminist issue when in reality there was a conflict of interest issue, which was the farthest thing from a feminist issue. I think that was Zoe Quinn, wasn't it? Because Anita Sarkeesian never made a game, obviously. It was all the result of the same issue, but she's been pandering to reactive force in this incident. I know what Kelsey is talking about. Are you referring to Zoe Quinn, perhaps? A woman who committed the horrific crime of having a sociopath for an ex-boyfriend. I think you should recheck those facts. That's not the crime she committed, but hey, we can all pretend, right? I've looked into the facts. She used to date some dude who wrote for Kotaku who showed her unethical behavior by acknowledging that her game existed. You're right, she was totally against it and told him not to show her journalistic favoritism, right? The game was mentioned on a list with other games. It could have been more neutral if it was written in Switzerland. Fuck Switzerland. That's a different story. Because this is exactly the Swiss mentality, but I'm not gonna get into that right now. Gamergate is super undank. Supporting it is gross. Go fuck yourself. Dank is supposed to be gross somehow, I don't know. How hard is it to use Google? You just regurgitated a pile of lies. I mean, seriously, if you're gonna go all caps to get attention, at least know who you're talking about and what you're talking about. So yeah, that's about Zoe Quinn, apparently. Sort of like that time they started a feminist channel that based its entire YouTube career around regurgitating lies. Gamergate or not, FemFrec is a sham and a lie. She's stolen money, she's stolen footage from other channels without crediting them. She has manufactured violent imagery to support baseless claims and has not played almost any of the games she has decried as sexist. Not to mention public footage has been released of her expressing great distaste with both gaming and gamers. She made the whole thing up. If you're going to hate someone, at least know who you're whining about, like Cormac. Like Cormac. Oh, okay, yeah, okay, good. You're completely confusing Zoe Quinn with Anita Sarkeesian, or Trelling, not sure which. What doesn't matter? She makes me so mad. There was so much proof of her bullshitting and making up. Is she shitting bulls? That's nice. Scenarios of her being leaked and blaming sites like 4vhan and Wizard Chan. It was disgusting. I'm all for supporting women in any male-dominated industry, but she is not one of them. She is not a woman? If we were to find a male sleeping with other gaming journalists for good reviews, we'd all have our panties in a knot, on a knot. So why can't it be the same for her? At least she's not using caps lock anymore. She did the same exact thing with feminists, constantly fight against. Okay. Used feminism to hide her shitty behavior. Okay. Justina Star Monroe would like to point out Malala didn't call herself a feminist when she did what she did and changed the world. She was just a girl standing up for herself. We should all do that and stop using irrelevant labels that you have to explain more than do anything else with. I mean, it started out okay, the rest I couldn't really follow. Irrelevant, but yeah. Holy shit, smartest thing I've read on this page. Well, you know, she tried. Just saying. I'm close to the teachings of Ralph Waldo Emerson, is what he taught. I look at things for myself, elf political parties, churches, etc. Oh, F. Okay, I don't know what that is. Whatever. True as fuck. 10 out of 10. Bernie as Malala. Hillary as a different picture of Hillary. Femfrec is a good channel. Except it isn't. They lie blatantly. Steal footage without giving credit. Oh, okay. Bernie as Malala, Hillary just as a different picture of him. It's not a... How can he say that Feminist Frequency is a good channel while Hillary Clinton is a bad feminist? They're practically the same thing. Didn't Hillary try to argue for making games? I don't know. I read that somewhere. I don't know. But she seems like the kind of person who would, you know, like the other one with cyberbullying. People need to get over Feminist Frequency. Wow. A show that talks about video games using a feminist rhetoric. Clearly, Anita's history's greatest monster. Please refer to my above post as to why she is a shit stain and why it has nothing to do with her gender but her being a scumbag and conflict interest issue. Oh man, my head's starting to hurt, literally. Again, it isn't about that. It's about the slanderous misinformation and theft she commits. Sure, there's worse people out there, but that doesn't mean we should get away with blatant lying. Oh, we should let her get away. Watch out, feminists. I'm about to post some political facts. This is also quite interesting. 73 replies. Look at this motherfucker. Let's just open a bunch. I know that stuff scares you. Cool. It's just easier to call him an idiot. I mean, look at this. Oh man, how am I gonna read all the... I should... This is just such a clusterfuck. This is just amazing. I'm trying to cover this, but in the meantime, you know, I'm still tired from yesterday. I worked like a fucking horse. I'm not gonna even be able to enjoy my Saturday here. Look at this. I don't mind. I'm doing this for fun, but it's pretty amazing. So yeah, it's easier to call you an asshole. Men and women biased about studies is STEM gender bias. I read all this, as you can see. It's not about boosting men up, it's about keeping women down. If you look at global statistics for gender inequality, you can see that it's a prominent feature of human societies. Here in the States, there is still a gender pay gap. Oh, is there? I have no idea where that video got its data or analysts, but it's just straight up not true. Look beyond gender also and note that at various intersections of socially maligned classes there are increased levels of inequality. If you want to deny that evidence for this exists, I will not bother engaging you any further. It is offensive to me that you would be so blind to the inequities that beset our society. Get on the right side of history or get out of the way. Oh man, my head hurts. Are you denying that women are systematically denied their reproductive rights? Because that's like super demonstrably I can't even formulate what she wrote there. Super demonstrably true. I can bring it... It's not, and it's the only thing you've got. the reproductive rights, and they have them. There is no real problem with it. It's just people want them to be a bit, maybe a bit more. How do you say? Uh, Less obnoxious about them, maybe. You know, if it's a real problem, if the baby is going to be a hazard to your health, then fine. If it's going to be a traumatic experience, fine, you know. But to just be able on a whim to just fucking throw away your baby, you know, I wouldn't want to you know, to marry such a person. I'm sorry. You know, if I get someone pregnant, I because for me it's a decision. You know, it's something you. I mean, yeah, sure, there are people because you know there are people who get prematurely pregnant and stuff, and yeah, there's something should be done about it. But that also has to do with having sex prematurely. You know, you need to make sure you're in a good relationship and it's going to work if you get pregnant. You need to take some responsibility and some so whatever. So that's the only thing you keep bringing up. Oh, you mad because you hate facts? Fuck you. You're actually delusional enough to think the myth of the wage gap exists. You're hilarious, mate. Fun fact: equality of opportunity, equality of outcome. Anyway, fuck you. Well, you're mad because you hate the facts? Because I hate you for you fucking piece of shit. A real nice scum heel garbage person. Did I trigger you? How's that gender studies degree at a community college going, mate? Not smart enough to go to a real university for a STEM degree. Is that why you hate facts? Uh, Whatever, shithead. At least I'm striving for self-improvement. I hope you make a bunch of money and never fill the hole in your soul. I wonder what he's posting there. Let's see what this is. You know, at least so far the meme hasn't been removed, so I think people are enjoying bickering with each other more than reporting it. I don't know what this is, sorry. The sound of crumbling narratives. You know what? I'm not gonna watch this. I have no problem with TLDR though. So let's see what else have we got. I'm becoming a teacher. Mad because what I like to do not only will make me money, get me a cushy job at a tech company, but also it takes though. So if you are right and I win, some women might do a little better in some careers that have been male dominated for generations. And if I am right, you win. Women will continue to be forced to accept a generally lower standard of living into perpetuity, all the while fearing violent assault from their peers and lovers. Meanwhile, women who need abortions are being forced to carry through to full term. Oh, so that's why more crime is committed against men than women, right? Or are you just going to be like actually fucking retarded and say derp one out of 5 or derp 1 out of 4, which was from a study of 70 something people? Because just go fucking look at FBI statistics. More crime is committed against men than women. Also, really it's mainly only in the shitty fucking southern United States, which lead our country in violence, murder, being poor, not paying taxes, etc., that the whole not getting an abortion thing happens. In the actually productive Northeast and West, it's readily available, but you know, how often are feminists actually doing that? If you just go and look at what feminists actually do, it's complaining about a t-shirt, complaining about video games, complaining about MRA even being allowed to speak, because remember, feminists just fucking hate people being able to use their brain, lol. Wait, so you agree that there are still women's issues in parts of the United States that require some form of social intervention slash action? I hate it when people use slash something. Your issue is just with an imagined feminist caricature that wants to take your cock away. There are real women's issues in this country that require a shift in our overall social mentality about how women are treated. They go beyond the shirt, whatever it is about, I don't know, your anecdote, but try to imagine it as a microcosm of social order that many women, particularly those who exist at an intersection of poor woman minority, feel is stacked against them. Christ, dude, take a sociology class at a community college. You might hear some compelling stories about this issue from people who experience it on the ground. Christ, dude, it exists in Boston. Just imagine this, instead of being a fucking delusional hick who doesn't know anything about it, instead of bitching on Facebook, bitching on Tumblr, on Twitter, fucking call senators and congressmen to fucking change it. Fun fact, there's a thing called democracy, you ignorant fuck. I'm working on getting Bernie Sanders elected president. My senators are already on my side with regards to this issue. Do you have senators? My sphere of influence is, however, cares to engage with me. Oh, whoever, sorry. The political revolution requires us all to be better people. Fun fact, you can call the senators of other states. There's a lot of shit you can do. Though Kenk is an idiot, largely his group Wolfpack doesn't bitch and moan. They actually have gotten shit done like yo folks. Unlike yo folks. I don't know who the Wolfpack is, but... Sorry I swore at you, but I really find your worldview hateful and abhorrent. I'm a member of Wolfpack. I'm a faux bank for Bernie every weekend. I phone bank. Yeah, totally, mate. Disagreeing. Hateful. Statistics. Hateful. You know what you should do? Actually study so you're not at community college, mate. You are wrong about this issue and advocating for a position closely associated with hateful actions. Oh, am I? When did I say that? Putting words in my mouth? Egalitarians bigger than feminazis. To say that women are no longer oppressed in the United States ignores the very real oppression and harm being done to women in the United States. You want to write off the South? I think that's racist or classist. Either way, it's hateful. He's not writing off the South. He's just saying that only there, where people actually are poor, people have problems with reproductive rights. You're a hate monger. Sure he is. He understands the issue. And you can call them, the senators in the South, and you can tell them, why is there a problem with reproductive rights? Why isn't it free, Do something about it. It's fine. And I mean, I'm sure they would want to, but on the other hand, the South is also more conservative. People are more prone to be, to be pro-life and whatever. So maybe they don't want to, maybe they don't care, as much. I mean, in many movies and stuff I've never been there, so I don't know. You usually see it's a very incestuous situation and stuff, and they live like in big huddles with lots of kids, walking around half naked. I don't know how it is, maybe they're really dirt poor. I think there's great poverty in America. It should be. There's everywhere, so that's the difference. You're a hate monger whether you know it or not. Another way that shows that you belong in a community college. You don't know what oppression is. Also, shut the fuck up. You have to be retarded not to notice how cancerous feminism is. All the shitty hate mobs that feminists make up to silence anyone daring to call out or unsupported bullshit. Alright. Yeah, keep hitting on the community college thing. It only demonstrates my point that you are a classist, hateful person. Read a book, accept facts. I know. But that triggers you. Just do it. I know you don't know what science or facts are, but just try. Dude, I have no idea what I know. You have no idea what I know. I do know that you're fucking delusional. I think you're more angry than I am. I right now. That makes me feel good. Oh, good. Why don't you calm down? Have a cup of tea and read over what's been said here. Yeah, I get a tad annoyed when people promote false statistics. It's what logical and intelligent people do. I love you, brother. I hope you find your way. Also, don't even fucking act like you don't have like you have ever seen the other side. You have zero statistics or proof on your side. Oh, you're a religious feminist. Lol. Women's health. More links, more bullshit. See how mine is from the World Health Organization and yours is from YouTube? It's because mine is scientifically demonstrated position. Actually, I'm not gonna look all these up because... well, maybe one or two. This is gonna be a long video, everyone. I'm not sure when because there's a lot of stuff going on here and I find this a very important one. Why do people laugh at feminist search? Okay, whatever. What else? Oh wait, you never looked at them. Ooh, remember those first three things? What a surprise. One was false, the other was misleading, the third was an example of progress made by feminists. Please explain to me how the scientific process or how statistics work, then go about disproving one as false because just denying it doesn't count. Ignorant twit. You want a lesson on stats? Alright. This should be good, so. You want me to start at the bottom? I recommend a class at your local community college. They are very affordable. Avoidable. I almost read it with with a kike accent. Oh please, non-science major, please tell me what you know about math and stats. Please, lol. Also, yeah, I totally take a class at a community college instead of university I'm already at, lol. Please just do the above. Because, remember, saying something like this without proof just shows how delusional you are. But sure, keep white knighting, mate. I'm done. You're clearly too thick-headed to use your head or even at what look at what other people say. The first thing I posted was a link to an article explaining that Cornell article was misleading. The statistics on the gender pay gap are readily available. The third thing about women, the military is a big win for feminists. Is it now? Is it better to go to war and to have to give your life for your country than to just sit at home and take care of your progeny? You know? Whatever, I mean, yeah, I think they deserve a round, of responsibility. Sure, I don't disagree. It's kind of a win for feminists if you think it's necessary for women to know what it's like to be in the army. Get over yourself and learn to learn when you are wrong. Because it hurts people. Oh no. Have fun playing for university paying. I hope it takes. A win for feminists, so a win is bringing down the efficiency and effectiveness of our forces. Also, you can finish your last thought instead of having a seizure halfway through. I hope it takes. Also readily available. Why all salaries over all salaries means fucking nothing, you twit. Okay. C. de la Cruz. I like your profile picture. I really like it now. The right should also have Lena Dunham, just saying. Feminists love to defend her, even though she molested her sister. Lol, for fuck's sake, yeah? Have no particular fondness for Lena Dunham, but anyone who says she molested her sister is flat out slandering her. But she did, that's not slander. She was 7 years old, FFS. For fuck's sake. I finally understand what it means. Because he already said it. This is a non-issue from a short passage from her biography that right-wing dipshits have spun into something that other right-wing dipshits, and sadly people here apparently, believe. Seriously. This is Infowars level bullshit, and you should be ashamed bringing this into the group. You should be ashamed for defending a woman who molested her sister. Oh. She wrote about it in her book. Anita is a bad feminist. Defending her is not a thing that should be done. Why didn't I like this yet? Who is the girl on the right? Wow. That was really informative. I really hope you're not delusional enough to actually believe that bullshit. A pretty much walking billboard for obnoxious feminism, but to each their own. What? Is she satirizing? Because this is brilliant. Pretty much a walking billboard for obnoxious feminism, but to each their own. Amazing. Who is the girl on the right? MRA.dank. Tip's head takes a fucking bow. That was my comment. I'm pretty proud of it. MRA, found to wannabe feminist. MRA.dank. She also said she thought the town building Fallout 4 was cool, but wished many of the items weren't for killing other things. She has this fucking stupid campaign against violent video games. That's why I don't like her. Nope. Keep your Gamergate bullshit out of this group, Tom Hawking. This has nothing to do with Gamergate. I love it's not even endorsing GG, but y'all just assuming it is. Tom, I think Gamergate's full of assholes. I still think Sarkeesian's a joke. You know, I wonder why people keep saying Gamergate is full of assholes and keep disassociating themselves from Gamergate or MRAs and that kind of stuff. I mean, it's just more, and it's more than what it started out as, and feminists are still using it, and it's still very funny to trigger them with it, so why not just simply keep using it? They still haven't co-opted PC Master Race either, so, you know, we have the advantage. We have so many tools against them. Why would you say that there are so many assholes in Gamergate? I'm sure there are a few who associate with Gamergate. But Gamergate is not an organization or something, or a collective hive mind, or, you know, like the feminists are, or like Bernie Sanders' Dank Beamstash is. So let's see, what else have we got here? Get this gamer shit out of my BSDMS. Oh yeah. My reply was, is that some kind of fetish? No, it's Bernie Sanders' Dank Meme Stash. No shit, Sherlock. Where are the admins? Oh, good. Gonna get reported now. I know what it means, I'm just yanking your chain. It does begin to feel like masochism, though. People disagreeing with Anita doesn't mean they're on board with Gamergate. Already like this. Though for Andrew Darragh, I mean, sure, but let's get real. Do you think that's the case a majority of the time? And really, Anita has never said anything that hasn't been said before. Video games have many problems, and this is coming from an actual gamer, you don't say. Being critical to video games shouldn't make you the internet's Hitler. And it also shouldn't disqualify you from being a feminist. So yeah, I was kind of in the middle writing a reply to this. It's the feminists who are being Hitlers in regard to gaming, and even people who don't associate with Gamergate know this. I'm not sure if I should post it. Maybe I should just fuck it. Yeah, it's been a while. You know what? Forget about it. I don't care. It's just going too far. I'm not. I like recording this because that gives me kind of an overview of what's happening. And why do you smell like confused SJW and ammo for the right wing? Why do you smell like confused SJWs and ammo for the right wing? It's just cologne. Why? Why do you smell like confused SJWs and ammo for the right wing? It's just cologne. I don't know why this took so long, but this is very clever. I'm gonna steal this. It's just cologne, dude. The final step of feminism is when you take knowledge of oppressed groups and apply it on a case-by-case basis and reject the act of generalizing groups because that was part of the problem in the first place. The final step of feminism is when you take the knowledge of oppressed groups and apply it on a case-by-case basis and reject the act of generalizing groups because that was part of the problem in the first place. I'm not exactly sure what he's saying. Can we please get this MRA garbage shit out of here? People do realize that disliking Sarkeesian and the fact that I swear she doesn't understand many of the games she's criticizing doesn't automatically mean you're part of Gamergate, right? Yep. Still, I'm wondering about this. The final step of feminism is when you take the knowledge of oppressed groups and apply it on a case-by-case basis and reject the act of generalizing groups because that was part of the problem in the first place. Yeah, okay, I agree, obviously. So, yeah, I'm gonna like this one though. Alright. Can we please get this MRA garbage off here? Guilt by association. McCarthyism is the trick they learned from McCarthy? There's a difference between not liking Anita's videos, disagreeing with her opinions, and using a picture to demean her based on it. Gamergate kids choose not to ignore her and instead attack her at every opportunity, then cry like children when they get called out. Nobody cried, you guy. I'm not gonna call you a twat because I don't know, can we? Who's he replying to now? Because this is very confusing. Can we please get this MRA? I don't know, can we? Socialize democratically. Socialize this democratically. I mean, okay, you're kind of starting to try too hard, but still. I will destroy Trump. Let's see what else we got. Is there more? Because we have got... we went through pretty much all of them, one by one. I will destroy Trump. Okay, so that's kind of where it ends, I guess. Keck such triggering, beautiful. Let's like that one as well. So this is... I'm not sure. It's probably gonna get deleted, probably not as fast as the last one. But this is just a general overview. So again, with the polarization and the SJWs and the normal people who always for some reason get labeled MRAs or Gamergaters. But the fact that Bernie Sanders has both is still pretty interesting. I think that is due to the fact that he's actually a good politician and there may be hope for him yet, So I find it very interesting. If there is anything new on this group, I might probably record that as well if it gets to a similar level as this. This was fairly how do you say, It's 18 hours now, so it's not like they deleted it right off the bat. So interesting. I find it interesting that they decided to leave this on, but did delete my post about The Force Awakens, for example. I, I I don't know, but this definitely has a higher priority than my spoiler post. And obviously, spoilers are a bit more of a trolly thing than this is. This is kind of more engaging and making for good conversation. So hope you enjoyed, everyone. That's it for today. I'm not gonna record anything more because I already went way overboard. But I'm still gonna upload this today. So hope you enjoy. Manifestovries out. Ta ta.